there are something called the wheels of life. And the teachers who have worked with me so far, or who have taken the training with me, they've went through many wheels of life already. And before we go through the wheels of life, I want you to look at something very particular. Because to change something, do you all want to change something? Est-ce que tout le monde veut changer quelque chose? Yes? To change something, if you keep looking at it the same way, and you keep doing the same thing, it's called insanity. If you think that you can change something by doing the same thing and looking at the same thing over and over again the same way and expect change, it is going to happen. And a lot of people think that wishful thinking, I would like, is going to change. No, it's not going to change because people don't change their focus, people don't change their actions, and people don't change their perspective. So I want you to look at this chart very carefully. And what do you see when you look at this drawing? Who sees something? Now, there is two things you can see in there. There are two perspectives to it. Look at it from a different angle. You can see something much older and you can see something much younger. Does everybody see an older lady? If you concentrate on this feather here and all this hair and the ear and the eyelashes and the nose, who sees the young lady with a beautiful necklace? Good. There you go. It does take a different way of looking at it, putting your eyes and your focus in a different place for you to realize that a story or a situation can have many meanings. The facts are the facts. The drawing is the drawing. But how you look at it, what it is resonating in you, can have many meanings. And there we just had two. So it's very interesting that unless we change our perspective, and I'm going to keep challenging you to change your perspective, we're not going to make a shift. We're not going to make a change. So change or shift in perspective means viewing a situation of ourselves or ourselves personally in a new way. And when we shift our perspective, we may have a breakthrough. And a breakthrough, it's a aha moment. Okay? So life is a constant up and down. Okay? And what most people are looking for, and I think it's very honorable to do so, is to be stable. Who wants to be stable? Who wants to be balanced? Balance. We all want a balanced life. Work-life balance. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen like that. And if there is balance, you will constantly be thrown in and out of balance. You want to enjoy when it's balanced, and you want to be smart enough to counteract or counterweight when you're going off balance. But balance is a constant relationship, comes and goes. So if you want it to be it's probably not gonna for very long. A breakdown and a breakthrough are often very, very closely linked together. The breaking point happens when suddenly you have a shock or something happens and you're like, and you are holding your breath. Physically, you're holding your breath. And then you're going to go, no, and you're going to deny it. You're just not going to take it serious, or you cannot take it serious. Then you start to emotionally go down. Your body starts to suffer. It starts to freeze, or it starts to run away, and your mind is only seeing dark. You start to panic. You start to feel like you're not worthy. You start to feel really sad and depressed. You might even go through a depression. And then suddenly you take a decision. Something happens. One day you wake up and you say, you've hit rock bottom. This is as far as you can go. If you don't want to let yourself die emotionally, physically, or mentally. And then you say to yourself, never again. You make a stand. You say, stop. You say, stop. And then you have to start to be brave and courageous. And that's when the current starts to go up. From a decision being pride and proud, saying, stop it, no way again, you go into something more courageous, more brave. You start to be neutral and more willing, trusting the process because you have nothing to lose in the end. You've already lost everything. And proud, saying, stop it, no way again. You go into something more courageous, more brave, whether it is mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, and you start to trust the process with more hope, with more empowerment, surrounding yourself with people or with visions or with a place that is supporting your transformation, and the new happens. We need to focus properly on our professional skill sets, because where focus goes, energy flows. Refining your skills and addressing the gaps is essential to enhance your professional abilities, ensuring a well-rounded approach to your personal development and your client service, increasing your value in the marketplace. If you want to make more money, if you want to create more impact, if you want to have more importance and significance and growth in your sector, you need to increase the value you are to people and to the industry and to yourself. So everything we're going to do is about creating more value for ourselves, for the environment we're in, and for the people we serve. What, why, and how is a very important matter that most of us are really shit at. Let me just put it in absolute clear writing. What is it that you want to do? We just discussed it. Is to become a visionary, is to become an artist, is to become a leader, okay? And not be an operator anymore only. So we're very clear on what we want. Why do you want this? Why do you want to now become a leader? Why do you want to become now an artist or an entrepreneur? Why? What's the why from a practical point of view? That's the human. And from a spiritual point of view. Inner Circle the Visionaries, we're going to continue with this. We're going to continue working on that, strengthening that further and further and further, because it's important that we are truly embodying this so that we can not just teach it, but we actually are this inside of us. And it doesn't take experience to be a visionary. It takes an alignment. It takes bravery. It takes courage. It takes a profound calling that we want to fulfill in this life, being more than ourselves, but being ourselves first for sure. It's important. We cannot give to others what we cannot give to ourselves without exhausting ourselves.